Today we're making some of these baby back ribs on the pellet grill. Let's get it. Back on the patio. Hey, today we're doing some baby back ribs out here on the pellet grill. I'm about to show you how to get these things prepped, and then we're gonna get them on the grill. Alright, so we got one rack of baby backs here. This is how I prep them. First thing I'm gonna do is get this membrane off and cut any of weird parts off the back. So right here, this flap, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it first. This is just gonna burn up on the grill. You don't need none of this stuff right here. Now, a lot of people will say, hey, you can keep the membrane on. Don't do it. You're gonna have some chewy mess, and it ain't really that hard to get off. All you're gonna do is get you like a little butter knife, go to the center of the rib, pull that membrane up just a little bit, and then get your finger under here. The more, the better. Y'all see what I'm doing. So I got it just like this, and this is a fat rack. So it's hard to get all the way through this thing. We're gonna do it. So I'm gonna take it just like this and pull that thing off. Oh yeah. And then just discard that mess. That's why we cook on the patio. I got a little bit left right here, but you'll see once you get the bulk of it off, the rest of that stuff, it'll just pull right off. So anyway, now I'm pretty good with it. You can take little pieces like this off if you want to, because it will just burn any little loose fat like that. Look, we're just cooking on the patio for some friends and family. That's all we doing. So we're gonna add a little oil right here. We're gonna go down with the salt, pepper, garlic first. And this is just a blend, a Kinder seasoning blend. And I'm just gonna go light with this. Don't go too heavy, or you'll make these ribs way too salty. Just like that. I do the back and the front. Same on this side. A little bit of oil. That wind will get that seasoning now. I got some more of this Kinder fire roasted garlic. And when I do rib seasoning, I'm always looking for that orange red color. You'll see what I'm talking about in the end of this thing. It's gonna make them look real good. And I'm gonna put a pretty heavy coat on this. There's not a lot of salt in this seasoning, so you can go heavy on it. Then I'm gonna repeat for the other side. So we got the ribs seasoned up. We're gonna give this about 10-15 minutes while we wait for our grill to come up to temp. And then we're gonna get these things on some smoke. All right, so my grill is at 206. We're gonna bring this up to 275. While we wait, we're gonna go ahead and get these ribs on. So the first thing I'm gonna do is open this lid. I got the smoke tube lit with charcoal hickory pellets, and that's what I'm running today. On this PitBoss right here, I know my hot zone is right in the middle right here. And if you got one, you know what I'm talking about. So we're gonna put these all the way at the end. And how you lay them is how they're gonna cook. Always remember that. I don't do the 3-2-1 method. We're gonna let these go for about an hour. Then we're gonna check on them. If they're dry, we're gonna spritz them, but we're not gonna wrap or do anything until we get the color we want. Again, we're cooking at 275. We'll bring you back on our first spritz. All right, so it's been right at an hour. Let's check these ribs. Oh yeah, they're looking good, smelling good, but they're a little dry. So look, I got some apple cider vinegar here and water, a 50-50 blend, and we're just gonna get these things moist again. And we're gonna hit these things about every 30 minutes until it's time to wrap. And when I wrap, I'm looking for color. I'm looking for a dark red tint, and when we get there, I'll show you what it looks like. So we'll give these things probably, I would say, another hour, and then we'll bring you back and wrap these things. All right, so we've been spritzing these things every 30 minutes for the last 3.5 hours. Let's check on these ribs. So as you can see now, we got a good dark color, and the main thing that we're looking for is this bark right here. You can see when you rub on this bark, it's not going nowhere. The bark is set. We're ready to pull and wrap these things. Let's get them wrapped up. We got them back on the table. Now we need to get these things prepped for the aluminum foil. The only thing that I'm gonna do on this is just lay a few pats of butter on here to give it a little more fat. Because you know that fat is flavor. And then we're gonna start the wrapping process. Just bring one over. Well, y'all get the point. We're gonna wrap it up just like this. Then we're gonna leave this side right here kinda open. I just got a little beef broth that I wanna use up. But you can use whatever you want to. Beer, water, apple juice. Just, you know, whatever you feel the need to. Then we're just gonna pour it in there. You just wanna give those ribs something to steam. A little steam mixture. So anyway, we got these things wrapped up. We're gonna get them back on the grill and we'll come back when these things are ready. All right, so it's been an hour and 15 minutes with these ribs being wrapped. This is how I check to see if they're done. I don't just do time or temp. I'm gonna take just a regular toothpick and I'm gonna start poking all around these ribs. And when it feels like it's just soft butter everywhere, that's how I know they're done. And I felt all around these ribs and they are feeling real good. So at this point, if you wanted to sauce these ribs or whatever, you'd pull them out of the foil, sauce them and let that sauce set. We're not doing that today. We're gonna move them over to the cutting board and see what they look like. Look, it's been a little over 4.5 hours. We finally got these things out of the foil. The only thing left to do now is to cut them up and give them a try. Let's see what these things are like. Oh man, I'll tell you what, they are freaking tender. Woo, woo. I don't know if we're gonna be able to make this pretty or not. That meat's just falling off the bone. Look, you don't have to do that 3, 2, 1. I'm telling y'all. Do what I'm telling you, and it'll turn out good every time. We'll just try this little piece right here. Man. I mean, that is juicy. That is a good piece of rib. Y'all try that Kinder seasoning now. I guarantee you y'all gonna like this. Hey, if you like what we're doing, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, show the support to the channel. Till next time, thanks for watching.